Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm gonna be joining back on Melon Sandbox, a game that I haven't played in like 3 weeks, I guess. But I remember when I didn't know how to record, which I couldn't. There's no way. Since I was on my sister's iPad, which number one, there was no options unless you download the app, and number two, you couldn't even post it. Yeah, since some stupid software update, which never ever works. So now, when I was doing it since no software update, it glitched since there was no software update, and the software, it needed to reset it since. Whoa. I remember just doing this over and over with them. I'll be like, get out the body. Get another. No. Get this music on. I almost started bleeding. So definitely will.
A street level dealer has been arrested with cocaine that had a distinctive cut.
Wait, I wonder if we were to... I used to just test different stuff. Yeah, like that. But that's enough for now. And also I used to break all those glasses and stuff just so at the end I could get the vacuum cleaner. And this should be things to do when bored in Melon Sandbox. Number one, kill a bunch of potatoes and shoot them in their head. That will cause a bunch of things to go on the ground. And number two is to create a bunch of stuff. And also number three is where that first one comes in. You take a electric vacuum cleaner and then you clean up a little bit. So that's what I love to do. And it's build a house. Have fun.
Twice on his own time before he was certain.
Full energy.
Man had 3 primary targets.
Wait, and also just make some cars. Maybe if you can just publish them. I remember doing this so many times. I used to make a mega scooter. So what I would do, I'd take a scooter and get those like big wheels.
PIT 0431 in May of 1979. The wiretaps started in August. The state police had a court order on Maze's home phone, a payphone outside a bar called the TikTok Lounge in Greensburg, and a landline at Germain's warehouse. Within 30 days, they had Henry Hill on tape. Hundreds of hours. Henry talking to Maze about prices. Henry complaining about the quality of a heroin shipment. Henry asking about a courier who was 48 hours late.
I'm recording right now, if that's okay, Mom.
Tape, building the case that would put him in prison for the rest of his life. But man knew something else. He knew Henry Hill was just one man in a much larger structure. Behind Henry was Jimmy Burke. Behind Jimmy Burke was Paul Vario. Behind Vario was the entire Lucchese crime family. And man understood, even in 1979, that if he played this right, the Pittsburgh narcotics case wouldn't just take down a drug crew. It would crack open one of the most violent factions in New York organized crime. The same crew that, in December of 1978, had pulled off the largest cash heist in American history. $6 million from the Lufthansa cargo terminal at JFK Airport.
Then,
that's right.
afterwards, I used to do this, and also follow them.
And in the months that followed, Burke killed nearly everyone connected to that score. Stacks Edwards, shot in his apartment in Ozone Park, January of 1979. Tommy DeSimone, lured to a meeting and never seen again. January 1979. Joe Buda Manry and Robert McMahon, found in a parked Buick in May of 1979, both shot in the back of the head. The bodies were piling up in New York, and Henry Hill, paranoid, coked up, knew his name was on the list. By the spring of 1980, Henry was unraveling. He was using his own product, missing meetings, talking on phones he should have known were compromised. On April 28, 1980, Mann's wiretap caught Henry telling Maze he was planning a major load. 2 kilos of cocaine moving from Pittsburgh to Long Island, plus a separate package of heroin Henry was going to repackage and sell to a buyer in Connecticut. Mann had what he needed. May 11th, 1980, Sunday, the day Goodfellas immortalized as the helicopter scene. Henry woke up at 6 a.m. in his house at 134 Hewlett Avenue in Rockville Center.
And at the same exact time, to make like a giant tornado.
Pick up the Pittsburgh shipment from Judy Wicks.
Or a black hole, which I already made a black hole.
Drive into Queens to
it's pretty easy, so what you have to do,
back home before Karen
you
lost
have to...
patience. He'd done 2 grams of cocaine before 9 a.m. By noon, he was driving like a man being hunted. The helicopter was real. It was a Pennsylvania State Police aviation unit.
I'm about to have an eye. And I swear to God, if this is copyrighted, which I always mute it since I don't want to risk getting copyrighted with...
They had 2 more units staged near the buyer's location.
Okay, I think I'm gonna done in time.
To scare him. It was there because Mann wanted visual confirmation of every stop Henry made that day. He wanted the case airtight. No leaks, no technicalities. By the time Henry pulled into his own driveway at 6:15 that evening, federal agents and state troopers were waiting at the bottom of the street. They took him quietly.
No.
No sirens.
They try to trick you, okay? With the ads, nothing. Oh, the tabs and tabs. Sometimes, if it's a tab, make sure to check what it says, okay? Since it will say open store, since people don't pay attention, okay? That's their way of scamming you, so.
Karen put up the house, and Henry, sitting in the federal lockup in Lower Manhattan.
Oh my God, people are about to kill me since I release it. Like, they're about to have the FBI just come to my house since I said that.
He wasn't going to make it to a trial.
I think, oh, how is this gonna turn into that big, large well? You see.
Within 6 weeks, Henry Hill was inside the Federal Witness Protection Program.
Who said that we didn't have?
Paul Vario, who got 4 years in 1984 for tax evasion related to the airline charges, and another 6 years on a separate Florida case where he died in prison in May of 1988. He testified against Jimmy Burke, who got 20 years for fixing Boston College basketball games in 1982, plus a separate life sentence in 1985 for the murder of a drug dealer named Richard Eaton. Burke died in custody in April of 1996.
Mom, is it okay if I'm recording right now?
10 years on the Pittsburgh narcotics
I'm recording right now.
Robert Germain got 12. The Allegheny County deputy was convicted on federal charges and stripped of his pension. In 1982, plus a separate life in May of 1988. He testified against Jimmy Burke, who got 20 years for fixing Boston College basketball games in 1982, plus a separate life sentence in 1985 for the murder of a drug dealer named Richard Eaton. Burke died in custody in April of 1996. Paul Mazzei got 10 years on the Pittsburgh narcotics case. Robert Germain got 12. The Allegheny County deputy was convicted on federal charges and stripped of his pension. Bobby Germain Jr. cooperated and walked. Judy Wicks, the babysitter, served 18 months at a federal women's facility in West Virginia. Trooper Daniel Mann received a commendation from the Pennsylvania State Police and a letter of recognition from the United States.
So we got our giant black hole.
He never spoke publicly about the case. When Goodfellas premiered in September of 1990, Mann was sitting at home in suburban Pittsburgh, eating spaghetti with his wife. Watching his own investigation play out on screen, a single throwaway line about Pittsburgh.
Now you can unpause it, but you can unpause it for a second just to more the big, how big it is. But then,
interviews, podcasts, prank phone calls to radio stations.
Girlfriend is
He drank
amazing.
himself to death over decades, dying in Los Angeles on June 12, 2012, of complications from heart
You're
failure related to
gonna make it.
long-term substance
And I
abuse.
say
He was
really,
69
really,
years old.
really,
He'd been out of organized
really
crime for
strong.
32 years. He'd outlived
I
nearly
mean,
everyone he
really
betrayed.
strong.
So, what does this
Show him to
story
where
actually
eats
tell
the
us?
world.
Goodfellas gave us the myth, the kitchen scene, the Copacabana
Forest?
shot, the
Nah.
promise that being
No, we
blind
don't
was
know
better than
that.
being president of
No.
the United States. What it left out was the thing that made the myth fall apart. The drugs, the paranoia, the babysitter carrying half a kilo of cocaine taped under a Volkswagen dashboard, the sworn deputy, the Pittsburgh trooper running surveillance for 2 years while the federal agencies looked elsewhere.
You know that it's bad what I'm doing.
I would say this
When
is one of
I'm doing the one
most must-see
zero.
museums here in Pigeon Forge.
The
If you
zero
like this kind
turns
of
into
stuff.
the
Research out the Riviera Las Vegas showroom costume. And
X those out.
There's the real Alcatraz. I made a video there. What a haunting place that
No.
is. They've got medieval torture
Size it
masks
up.
and torture devices.
Hey, like from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Trials. Swivel cannons.
Now your melons will be getting sucked up if you just put a few of these bad boys. And you may be wondering, how do you go into that menu for some people who used to be like me? All you gotta do is double tap it.
This is exactly why you should always let your lawyer do the talking. On an episode of Judge Judy, 2 young men were accused of stealing from a woman, and what one of them blurted out was all it took to confirm the crime and seal the case.
Give me what was stolen.
My wallet.
What was in your wallet?
It was $50.
Okay.
I had to replace all my IDs.
Oh yeah, you have to go in the background one.
My earpiece and the calculator.
There was no earpiece in it now.
Alright guys, let's get right to it then. Eddie Turner, let's start with you. Look straight to that camera. You got 30 seconds. Give us your pitch.
Well, I am extremely passionate about technology and learning.
3 men were given the chance to pitch themselves live on air in hopes of landing a job. But if you're going to take the spotlight, make sure the pressure doesn't break you.
All right, Richard Chasky, take it away.
Hi, you're looking for someone who has more than just a focus on technology. You're looking for someone who has...
If it's okay if that's in the middle, then you will be set.
Like we're sitting at the dinner
Okay.
table. Go ahead, Richard. What do you have? What can you offer?
that.
No. Then freeze it. Activate the magnet. Put it there. Turn on the...
After this man's wife took him to court for divorce, claiming he didn't make her a priority, his
Something's
response pretty much
happening.
proved her point and got the whole
It's
court
sucking
laughing
things
in the
up.
process.
Yeah, the background. Just set it to... That's so it can just be sucked up if you want. Melon. Right says subject.
Do you love her? Yes. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to
QVC is a great show where business owners can boost their sales. In this case,
Mom.
before they even begin.
I made a black hole. I made a black hole, Mom.
Oh, I've broken it. Look at that. I think it's because I've done it so many times
You've been
today.
hammering
I've
it.
been hammering it all day and now I've done it, but there you go.
There's no getting around honesty in court. It's the whole point of serving
Mom,
justice.
look.
Well, this guy was just
I've
sticking to
created
that
a
one
black
basic rule
hole.
a little too literally.
That means melon. This probably is gonna, or corn is probably gonna cause an out, but 3, 2, 1. Ouch! Then.
Miss Jackson,
And you can just save it, do whatever you want with it, guys.
And a dose of deep wisdom. Look no further than this.
What is that?
As the adage says, you give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish, you give him.
Because of the hot weather, Storm wasn't eating the same amount of meat as usual, and Lucy, you thought, you know what? I'm going to try Storm on vegetables.
This woman had the brilliant idea to put her
Me
dog
too.
on a
Me
completely
too.
vegetarian diet.
Me too.
Yep,
Don't.
no meat, just greens. She even claimed her dog prefers it
Don't
over
make
a
me get
normal
copyright.
diet. So the TV hosts decided
Don't
to put that claim
you
to the
dare.
test.
One is full of vegetables.
What did
one
it
is full of
make?
meat.
Don't you dare!
Storm, we get to put the
You don't have to do this to me.
Right? Let her go. Let her go.
Oh, she's obviously
You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this, my honey kaboo. My honey kaboo. Sticky. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, and I guess shout out to my last couple of subscribers that I had. Yes, another shout out for the second one. But if you want to be in the next video, then make sure to subscribe. And bye, guys. Have a great rest of your night, or whatever time you're watching this right now. It's currently at night, or whatever. Stay tuned. Bye, guys.